So here it is, YouTube. I'm Roadhawk Wilson, welcoming you in my home, and this is my partner, Shadow King, part of my storytelling channel. But today we're going to be doing episode 5 of D&D for those with disabilities. And first and foremost, I want to say these episodes are built around creating a fun and adventure-filled adventure for those with disabilities, be they mental illness, be they developmental delays, be they physical disabilities. This is all meant to just guide you on your way and help you build your story up. And today we're actually going to be focusing on battles. And there are so many different approaches to D&D battles. There's the Armada-based, there's ship, naval-based battles, there's one-on-one battles. Today I'm just going to focus on one-on-one, and that is because I have the most experience with that. Now, one-on-one can be misleading, as in my mind it means one enemy versus one player. And first and foremost, the question you may be asking is, what if both players want to battle the same player, the same enemy? However, ultimately, this is not a problem, as deciding based on comprehension level and how the battle is going to go is really fundamental. Now, I believe that battles and overall arcing success of a campaign are based on cooperation with players and their partners in the group. Now, if you're working with a group like I have, where they've never met, or other groups where I have where they've known each other for years, people need to know that they can succeed in battle. So one of the first things I like to do is always boost up my group before we get into any intense battle. I remind them that they are important, that they are intelligent, and that they can succeed. And I do this because, even with people who don't have disabilities, because ultimately I need my players to know they can overcome any battle that I throw their way. Now, with people with disabilities, this is especially important, especially if they're a beginner group, because battle is overwhelmingly one of the hardest concepts for a player to get used to. Now, I definitely recommend D&D Beyond and Roll20 and battlemap.io for your battle needs. There's also Incarnate and a variety of other services that are just amazing. Literally just search battle maps D&D and you will find a variety. Now, when choosing enemies, especially within your first couple of sessions, you want easy to battle, easy to fight characters. But with people who have intellectual disabilities or who are brand new and may have some other disability, you want the enemy to be simplistic, not over the top powerful, and easy to understand. So recently I used skeletons, which we've all seen skeletons in fantasy movies and in cartoons, and we know their weaknesses. We know that they don't have strength, we know that they fall apart easy, and I built my first real session of battle with my people around that, because ultimately that was something that was relatable to a lot of people. Now, the second session was really physical humans with slightly average powers, something that we've all experienced in comic books or comic book movies and other things like that. I haven't gone into dragons, or which are very notable, but in D&D also very powerful. Literally, Dungeons and Dragons being instrumental in having the name dragons in it to sound as good as it does and to be as notable as it is. However, as the characters progress, you can throw in necromancers and mages who use spells, especially if you build your group up to understand how magic works and how that affects things. But one thing you do not want to do is overly complicate battle. That is just fundamentally not a thing that you want to do. For more experienced players, that's something you can experience over time. But with beginners and with people who are new to this and have disabilities, you want your battle to be as understandable and as simplistic as the actual campaign itself. You want it to be something that people can look back on and go, that was fun, that was enjoyable, not that was taxing and stressful. So ultimately, what you need to remember is that in these fights, the enemies need to be easy to understand. They shouldn't have a ton of HP. They should be notable within pop culture, and that they have a core weakness that's easy to exploit. Now, I have met many people with disabilities who are expert D&D players, and they know far more than I do. But I only say that to illustrate that the level of where your battle should start match your player's experience level. You don't want to overwhelm your players. I say that so many times in this video, but I'll say it one more time. You don't want to overwhelm your players, and you don't want to create conflict between your players. So if they want to fight enemies that are numbered based on how many players you have, and they want to fight together, allow them to. Allow that cooperation and allow that simplicity. We will cover more in more D&D videos, but I really just want to break down each of these in bits and pieces and not have overwhelmingly long videos. With that, please check out our other work that we do, and please know that I greatly appreciate you. If you have any questions down below, please let me know. I'd love to talk D&D. And please let me know what you would like to see from us going forward. Right now I'm pre-recording, but we will be able to cover viewer requested videos, which is an option. So with that, I'll say see you in another video. Keep up what keeps you happy and healthy, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.